me and my tree. Can't tell we're tech friendly, huh? Bye. None of them are paying attention at all.
I saw that.
Whoa.
You know. And alright, Mom's recording. Mom's
Everybody's like, I'm on my phone.
I cannot even hear.
I'm on my phone. I can't hear squat. None of them are listening.
I am.
They're all in their
Awesome
own world.
headphones. Awesome headphones.
They got their awesome headphones. Their daddy got them. Crazy moms. The air conditioning is like way too high. They're gonna be in their own world.
You can't even make they have these little buttons on the side. You can like press them.
She's fascinated. She finally figured out she's got all these cool controls on her headphones. Her daddy got these really cool headphones for him. And they're Bluetooth, so you don't always have to have them plugged in to your phone, or in their case, their iPods. So they can just jam out. And Mom doesn't have to have this radio on the whole time.
Happy that you are wrong.
Do some Musically or something.
Take your hotspot.
It's on. It's one of those Musically songs. Do some Musically in the car. We don't do Musically. I finally decided to download that app, Musically app. Oh my gosh. I've only done like a couple things with the cats on the Musically app. Because we're trying to stay in the mainstream, I guess. Or at least trying to come into the mainstream. So we're trying to do the Musically too, as well as YouTube. And then today we're going to go get the girls and their brother some new swimsuits, because our swimsuits are getting a little smelly. Well, theirs are. Mine's getting a little big. I've lost some weight. I'm losing weight, so I need a new swimsuit because I'm getting small. I'm getting small. So that's a good thing. And my hair is doing its own little thing today, so it's got like doohickeys going everywhere. No matter what I try to do with it, sometimes it just kind of goes wherever because it's windy out today. So the wind is kind of just destroying my hair. And I forgot my sunglasses, so I keep getting stuff in my eyes. Luckily, we got our air conditioning fixed in the car, so we can drive with the windows out. Oh my gosh. So, we're just gonna head over here and take a look at their swimsuits and see what they have. Because, yeah, my car has these weird headrests that like lean forward. So it pushes my ponytail up or over or to the sides. So that's why my hair is like always off to the side or up behind me. So I look funny all the time. So it's not that my hair is like up here or over here. It's because this headrest does not let my hair be in the back. So it's the Buick headrest. Because we have a Buick. So headrests in the Buick don't let my hair be behind me because I sit with the seat upright because I don't know, I like sitting upright because too many years of having like perfect posture, because I was in band and because like my parents were the parents that like you have to sit up straight, and so they always like hammered that into us, like sit up straight. We didn't sit at the dinner table like all the time to eat dinner and stuff like that. We didn't really have a dinner table for a long time because we didn't eat in the kitchen for a long time, because when me and my brother were little, we kind of accidentally caught the kitchen on fire. Oopsie. So there's that. So my dad had just redone my mom's kitchen completely, like repainted it white and everything, because my mom had wanted her kitchen painted white for some reason. I don't know. So my dad had just repainted the whole kitchen and dining area white, because it was a combo, like kitchen dining area, and it had this huge gorgeous marble island and everything in it. And so he just repainted it all white. The cabinets, everything were painted, and it was beautiful, no doubt. But then, like, yeah, my brother and I kind of torched the kitchen accidentally. My brother had gone and like mixed like all these weird little chemicals that he found in this little jug, and then he found like this fiberglass stick, and we had the old burners that like stick up, not the fire burners, like you turn it on, it goes click 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 and then it lights. So we didn't have gas one, it was still an electric one, but you had the burners that you like take out and then you could clean underneath it. So it had those kind of ones. And so we had that kind of fire or electric stove. And so he would stick the thing on the burner, the stick on the burner. And I don't know if it was just because it was fiberglass. Like, I don't know what the deal was with it. I don't remember what all, like, why, like, what the makeup was as to why the whole thing worked out the way it did. I don't know. It was just weird. So the stick would catch fire. And then it would literally be burning. And then my brother would put it out in the jug of stuff. And so I don't even know what all was in this thing. This jug of liquid. I think it was like kerosene and oil and like some other weird random stuff that my brother found in my dad's garage of fluids and stuff. And so then he like would put it out in this oil or stuff, and then he'd do it again and it'd catch fire, and then he'd put it out and then do it again and catch fire. And then he let me do it a couple times because, of course, little sister's like sitting there like, "Ooh, cool, I want to try it." And so I did it a couple times too. And then my brother went back to doing it. And then the liquid finally caught fire. And not knowing better, my brother took the whole jug of liquid and threw it in the sink, thinking, well, if I put it in the sink and I turn the water on, the water will put out the fire. Not that kind of fire, because the kind of stuff that was in the jug, it was not the kind of stuff that would go out with water. It was actually the kind of fire that gets worse with water. So when my brother turned the water on, the fire got bigger. So it went from being little fire to engulfing the whole kitchen sink. So now the whole kitchen sink is on fire. My mom was asleep. She was taking a nap. And my mom, kind of like me, at about this age now, my mom was having medical problems like I am. So it's kind of ironic. And so my mom was on sleeping meds, and she was having trouble with pain, and she laid down to take a nap because she was having migraines as well. So it's kind of funny that she and I are similar in a lot of ways. And so we knew that we weren't supposed to wake her up or go bug her for like an hour because she was going to lay down and take a nap, and she wasn't supposed to be able to be woke up for an hour. And so like my brother's still like frantically trying to take care of it himself, and instead like I went over and like we knew to try and take the fire extinguisher out of the, because we had fire extinguishers, of course my dad was a firefighter, so we knew what to do, but we couldn't get the fire extinguisher out of the case that it was latched into the wall. We couldn't get it out, so we finally gave up and like went and tried to get my mom up. And so my parents' room was like around the corner in the back kitchen. There was a back door to go straight into my parents' room. Normally it's blocked, but we'd been cleaning and everything and helping mom and dad, because my mom, like, she's kind of a hoarder. I love you, Mom. But she keeps like fabrics and stuff, so she's really big into sewing. And she usually, that door was blocked with all her sewing stuff in her room. But we'd help stack it up and make it look nice and neat where she could get to stuff easier at her sewing desk. And so the door was usable again. And so I like went running into her room and was like, oh my God, Mom, blah, 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 blah. Even though Gary's like, no, you can't get Mom up, you can't get Mom. But I went and got her anyway, and we managed to get my mom awake, and just the kitchen sink was burned. So the whole back wall of the kitchen sink, and there was a window above the sink. So the back wall of the sink was what caught fire and burned. And luckily that was the only part that burned in the kitchen. But because of the fire, the whole kitchen that had been painted white was now covered in black, sooty, gray smoke everywhere. Like, everything was covered in sooty, gross, nasty smoke mess. And so my mom bawled because her kitchen was like a mess. And so she'd call my dad at work because she was having trouble getting the fire extinguisher out of the casing too. Like, we were still trying to get this stupid thing out of the casing. She finally managed to get the dumb thing out because the little metal bars that this thing is in, the little metal casings that hold them, you're supposed to be able to easily release these things. Those things are not easily releasable. So she finally got it out. We got the fire out, and this ended up turning into a tirade about me and my brother catching our kitchen on fire. So it's kind of funny. Started out as a vlog about us going to go get swimsuits, and turned into me talking about my brother and I, when we were kids, catching our house on fire. Because my kids aren't even listening, so they don't care. But yeah, so we caught the house on fire. And then my brother and I had to scrub the whole kitchen from top to bottom. We had to get like soap and sponges and everything, and scrub all the smoke damage off the white kitchen. And I mean the roof and everything. Like, we had to scrub the whole place to make it white again. So don't play with fire. Really bad for you. Don't play with random things that you find in your parents' stuff, because, yeah, don't play with fire. It's really bad. And it could be really bad. Because if we hadn't been able to get my mom up, then we could have lost our house. So don't play with fire. It's really bad. And don't play with stuff that you don't know what it is. And if you're the little sibling, just go tell your mom or call your dad and be like, hey, so-and-so's playing with stuff. Don't be afraid of telling people, especially if they're playing with fire. Because playing with fire is bad. You don't want to lose your house. I mean, seriously, we could have lost everything. And, yeah, looking back, we could have lost everything. And so it was really, really bad. And putting water on the fire only made it worse when it was a chemical fire, which needed powder and not water. So, it was, yeah. There are different types of fire, too. So, not all fire needs water. So, if you put, yeah. There is just so much that you could learn. And there are many, many things that are just really bad. So, don't play with fire. Because you can hurt yourself, you can hurt someone else, and you could lose everything. Deuces for now. I gotta get these guys out of this car to go get swimsuits, but first I gotta get them to unplug. So, even though that was a weird random angle to turn with this vlog, like, subscribe, and keep an eye out for more. We're gonna go get some swimsuits. Maybe.